We often talk about the process of calving, or the big word parturition, as being in three stages. Stage one being that period of time that what we see is changes in the behavior of the cow, where she begins to isolate herself, perhaps kick at her belly a little bit, twitch her tail. Stage one lasts, the scientists say, from 4 hours to as long as 24 hours. And one of the key events taking place is dilation of the cervix in the cow in preparation for the delivery of the calf. Stage two is one that, of course, we spend a lot of time visiting about, and stage two is defined as when we first see the appearance of a water bag or baby calf's feet until that calf is completely delivered out on the ground. In the case of the first calf heifer, one that's never had a calf before, then stage two generally takes about 1 hour if everything is going to go well. In the situation of the older cow, one that's had calves previously, it's about half that, someplace between 22 and 30 minutes if everything's going to go well. Stage three is what we want to visit about today. Stage three is the shedding of the fetal membranes. It's the cleaning of the cow, and this should take place in 8 to 12 hours after the calf is actually delivered on the ground. Now, what we might find is a situation where that placenta or those membranes aren't completely shed after 12 hours, and this is what the veterinarians may call a retained placenta or a retained afterbirth. This is where we want to know our situation very well and keep an eye on it. One of the first things I want to caution producers about is resist the temptation to put the cow in the chute and go to pulling on that afterbirth. As if you do that, in the effort to remove that, you may cause more damage to the internal lining of the uterus than you're actually improving the situation. Instead, I would watch the cow very carefully. If she shows any signs of being lethargic, perhaps droopy ears, that's a situation where there may be an infection setting up. It's time to call your local large animal veterinarian and let them help you prescribe the proper treatments for the care of that retained afterbirth. They may prescribe something like a prostaglandin that will cause uterine contractions that will help them to release that afterbirth, and perhaps some antibiotic therapy will be necessary to cut down on the infection. If you see a situation where this retained afterbirth is staying in there for 1 or 2 days, call your local large animal veterinarian and get proper treatment as soon as possible. We look forward to visiting with you next time on Sunup's Cow-Calf Corner.